If you were watching last week, the guys were fly fishing the Cape and notching up a variety of different species. However, the cooler water temperatures due to heavy rain meant that barramundi were less than easy to convince with a fly. But today was a new day and the guys were on new water.
Well, we're on to day 4 and we're at a lagoon called
Hagens
Lagoon. And that's an offshoot of the Archer, which is obviously the main tributary. Here it virtually stays at the same level year round, and it's loaded with, like everything you're finding in the others, like some really big barra, Saratoga and mangrove jack. It's virtually got everything. It's quite like estuarine with a bit of like salt through it. So we're hoping to pick up a few fish. There's a lovely little reeds, a little bit different to the other areas we fish, but hopefully we can come up with something here.
Plenty of lilies and what have you, so hopefully there's a few big Saratoga hanging around underneath.
So hopefully we'll be able to show you some and show what it's really like here on Hagens Lagoon. Whoa. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. Come up and smack that.
Close to the boat.
Yep. Oh. Barra. They're always good, Barra. Quite exciting, just with the jumping and the acrobatics that they put up with. They're just a great fish to get on anything, lure or fly. But fly especially, they're fantastic. There you go, just a lovely little fish, just silver, lovely brown backs, and they've just got that huge big mouth that anything gets in its path, it's going to suck right in there and go. But just a beautiful, iconic Australian fish, the barramundi. So even the small ones are good fun. Off he goes. Beautiful. Let's find his big brother now. Just got a little bit of structure here again, like just a nice snag in the water. We've just picked up that fish just back there, so what we need to do is just work our way along and get a few casts right in on these snags, and that's where the fish are going to be, just hiding in there. So we'll just get a we've just got to just twitch it past that. Looks like a wounded bait fish. That's the plan anyway, and the fish come out and have him for lunch. Not always.
The guys were fishing the top water with poppers with no success and started working deeper with deceivers and other baitfish patterns like this black thing, a variation on the well-known pink thing. The key in these conditions was, as is often the case, persistence.
Just drifting along the bank just with the wind there and just casting into the bank there, and you're looking for a little bit of like logs or something, a little bit of protection for the fish, and I've just hooked up to a barra here, taken what we call the black thing. I'll show you a little bit later, and it's just a great barramundi fly. He's quite a reasonable size. He's putting up a good account of himself, so great fish. Beautiful.
Good work.
They're great little fish, yeah. So just plenty of power in it. Yes, they run and jump. They've got a huge big tail. And even a fish of this is probably what, 50 odd, 60 centimetres or something. John, it's still just a great fish.
Yeah. Nice young fish, good condition.
Just in such good nick.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's the fly, which is called a It's got a black thing. That'll imitate like a little fish and things. It's got quite a long tail. And barramundi love them. All right, we'll get the fly out and this one back in the water.
Okay, that was the end of day 4 down at Hagens Lagoon, far north Queensland. Had a great day, bit slow in the morning. Got a few barra on fly, which was really good. Archer fish, and got a little bit tough around midday, stopped for lunch. Straight after that, went out, had a bit of a trial, which is something that you probably need to consider when you come up here, because it's not conducive to fly all the time. And luckily enough, I hope Gav got it on film, but yeah, a 95 centimetre barra really had the heart pumping.
Oh man! It's at Hagens Lagoon. It's going pretty well. We're just trolling up with some, got some good little lures there that seem to be doing the trick. It's quite a good solid fish. What do you think so far, Al? Hagens Lagoon, it's not a bad place.
Yeah, it's not bad. We'll get this in the boat and then we'll
make a comment.
have a discussion about that. Oh man, this is a big fish. One needs a shaking, I'm telling you.
It's right in his gob, eh? Which is a good thing. Head first, here we go.
Small, eh?
Ah, it's perfect for it. Whoa! Snap!
Happy days! Yes!
That's a nice fish.
Oh my god! Holy cow!
That, well there you go, boys. That's Hagens Lagoon.
Yeah, I'm
You
coming
like that?
back.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
It's a ripper.
That was unbelievable.
Small, man.
It was unbelievable, I'll tell you.
We'll get a quick photo, get him back in the water, and then we'll talk about him after. Good work.
So at the end of a hot day, don't bother having a swim in here because our guide Jono reckons that there's about a 15-foot croc in there, so probably not a good idea.
Their experience in the far north left a massive impression on the guys, putting some new species on the board and having met some great characters. The journey is an integral part of any trip, especially to those places as diverse and unique as Australia's far north.